Hello lovely people, welcome to Skillopedia, the place to learn skills for the real world. My name is Michelle and in this session we are learning how to please your prospective employer. That means how to go for your job interview. Yes, you're going to learn some amazing tips ahead in this session and I hope you follow them because I'm sure for your job interview you want to make the best impression. As you already know, you won't have any chance to repeat your first impression. So watch this session carefully with me, Michelle. The first tip that I have for you is dress for success. Yes, it's very important that you dress for success. But why really? Because that is the first thing that somebody sees when they see you. It reflects who you are internally, externally. I suggest that you should look presentable, smart, and decent. So first, let's look at the men's dress code, what they should wear. So I think you should wear a light colored shirt and a dark colored pant. You could choose a pastel color for a shirt and you can wear a tie along with it. But depending on the climate, I suggest that you wear a blazer. Please don't go for your favorite red shirt over which you got about 100 likes on Facebook. Definitely, that was really appreciated on Facebook, but I guess that really won't be appreciated in the interview room. So there, it's important that you look decent and also very, very professional because you're doing some serious work there, right? It's not about style, it's about being smart. And avoid the broad checks. Yes, I suggest that you go for smaller checks. With this, we look at the women's dress code. So ladies, of course, a spaghetti top and a short little skirt looks great. Of course it does and you look wonderful in it, but not again in a job interview room. There, it's important that you wear a light colored, decent blouse. You can pair it up with a blazer. Tie is not really that important for you. And you can, of course, wear a skirt, which should be knee length, not shorter than that. I'm sure you don't want to expose too much skin there, which wouldn't give a really good impression to your interviewer. You can also wear stockings, which are quite plain and normal and not patterned. Go for low heels and low makeup. Look decent, look smart, and very, very professional. So with this, I suggest that you wear decent clothes, look smart, and do great work there in your job interview room by dressing for success. The second tip I have for you is talk positively about your previous job experience. There's quite a possibility that when you go for the job interview, they might ask you, why are you leaving your previous job or your current job? And, why do you want to join our company? At that moment, if you say that, okay, my previous company or my previous employer was not a nice person or maybe was a slave driver and made you work very long hours and did not even pay you enough for that, that's gonna put you in a bad light and even your previous employer. And your current employer might think that you might backbite about them as well, which will be so bad. So it's important that you talk positively about them. So what can you really say? Maybe you don't want to be very straightforward there in the job interview room. What you could rather say is, I loved working at my previous job. I liked my tasks and duties. However, I had to work long hours for which I had no complaints. I was absolutely ready to work long hours. But I had some additional responsibilities at home, so I could not manage it for more than a week. So this way, your current employer will think that yes, he wants to work for long hours. It will not put you in a bad light, and I'm sure he will be pleased with you. So never badmouth your previous company. The third tip I have for you is answer questions straightforward. But what does this really mean? So as you would know, interviewers have this peculiar habit of asking you tricky questions and sometimes maybe even vague questions. And of course, it happens that sometimes you may not understand the question, or maybe you didn't hear the question correctly. So what do you do then? Should you be just nervous and not answer it? No, that's not a right thing to do. Maybe the interviewer is trying to see how well you can handle a situation when the question is tricky, or maybe when you don't understand the question. At that time, I suggest that you be very straightforward and ask the interviewer, sorry, could you please repeat the question in case you didn't hear it? And if you didn't understand the question, you could ask him, excuse me, or sorry, could you please clarify the question? This will help you answer correctly, first of all, and second, give a well-informed and intelligent answer. So make sure you answer straightforward and don't be afraid or nervous. The fourth tip that I have for you is remember your manners. Yes, out of sheer nervousness, don't start looking at the floor and being very nervous, because it's very easy for the examiner to know that you're nervous if you start looking at the floor. So it's important that you have a casual body language. Look at the examiner in his eyes in a very soft manner, not a harsh manner, and remember that you speak your words out clear. Do not mumble and do not whisper. This might just spoil an intelligent answer of yours. Like I just mumbled, don't do that. And also, do remember that you don't slouch on your chair or maybe lean on the table. Not a very good thing to do. Maybe you can take some support of the armrest on both the sides and sit comfortably up straight, look into the eyes, be positive, and don't forget to smile, be cheerful. So do remember your manners in the interview room. The fifth tip I have for you is, it's time to blow your own horn. Yes, it is, and you shouldn't be ashamed of doing that. After all, if you won't do that in an interview, then where will you really do it? So please don't talk too negatively about yourself. Don't start your self-pity story there. Maybe it's fun at a party to do that among your friends, but not at a job interview, because that will surely turn off the employer. It's time to talk about your accomplishments, whatever you've done, and maybe you can list all your good points and your good attributes. However, don't talk negatively about yourself. It's not such a good thing to do in an interview room. So go blow your own horn, but don't brag too much. With this, we come to an end of this session about the things to do in your job interview. I hope you follow these tips. You better be well-informed, you be smart, well-groomed, informative, and charming as you already are, and I'm sure you're way to go and you'll surely ace that job interview which you're aiming at. Please come back for more sessions with me on job interviews and other skills. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel, Skillopedia, the place to learn skills for the real world. Welcome to Skillopedia, the place to learn skills for the real world. My name is Michelle, and in this session with me, you're learning how to get hired with your interview answers. We know that there are a set of questions that the interviewers ask the people they're hiring, and those questions are decisive. They decide whether or not you'll be hired. Stay with me in this session to learn those answers, because I'm going to clear your mind about what you should say to the interviewer.
Hey, welcome everyone. I am Niharika and you're watching Skillopedia, the place to learn skills for the real world. So what are we going to learn in today's session? Do you want to be more likable? Of course, we all want to be liked by others. Now, this is one of the most common questions that people ask. Hey Niharika, how do I be more likable? Well, people think that very few people are lucky just because it's more like a talent to be likable. But that's not true. Well, there are different ways that you can practice in order to be liked by others. So which are these ways to be more likable by others? Well, that's what we're gonna look at.